Hi, I'm Mohammed Sinan. I'm here presenting a presentation video for the impact of profitability on financing decisions, evidence from London Stock Exchange. Here, research aims and objectives aim to analyze the impact of profitability on financing decisions for companies listed on the LSE. Objectives identify key profitability indicators, determine the main metrics, example, net profit margin and return on assets that influence a financing decisions. Access their influence on financing decisions, examine how these indicators affect the choices between different facing financing options, and last purpose solutions for the LSC, suggested strategies to enhance the profitability and financing conditions for the companies. These are some research aims and objectives, and overview of LSC's current situations, recent trends and challenges, low valuations, and company relocations are recent trends and challenges. Low valuation like LSC listed companies are experiencing significantly lower valuations compared to their US counterparts. Company relocations like several UK companies are moving their listing to the US for better valuations and investment opportunities. Here, key statistics. The number of UK listed firms has declined by 25% in the last decade of 40% since 2008. The recent notable company relocations include Spirent Communications being accurated by Worldwide Social Solutions for around £1 billion. Spirent Communications has been spent solutions for £1 billion, and the Wincanton being sold to GXO Logistic for around £750 millions, and Metoli Woods taken over by the Pauline Street Capital for £432 billion. Next, we are overview of LS's current situations of the graph I have been representing here since 2014 to 2023. It has been a decrease, but it's a fluctuations like in 2014, number of listed firms was been 2100. Now in 2023, it became 1850. These are some of the number of listed firms on the LS's current situations. Here, I'm introducing like literature review, summary of key research findings. Like research shows a strong link between profitability and financing decisions. Like high profitability leads to better access to equity and debt markets. Profitability impacts dividend policies and reinvestment strategies, highlights gaps in this existing research. Limited studies on the specific impact of profitability on financing decisions like LSE listed companies need for updated data reflecting recent economic changes, especially post-Brexit insufficient analysis of sector specific profitability impacts on financing decisions. These are some literature review. And here are some key research developments of accounting, banking in economics and financial management, development in accounting, enhanced metric profitability analysis, example, comprehensive income in measures, and improved financial reporting standards impacting profitability assessments, like developments in banking, shifts in banks lending criteria based on profitability indicators, and new banking regulations affecting corporate financing options, development in economics, macroeconomic factors influencing corporate profitability and financing decisions, economic policies post-Brexit, the LSE, developments in financial management as advanced model for evaluating the cost of capital, and innovation in financial instruments and their relation of profitability. And here are some key research development of authors like Smith, Johnson and Lee, Brown and Taylor, Williams and Chan et al. And his key findings of Smith et al. Like high profitability improves access to equity markets, and companies should focus on profitability metrics are the implications. And Johnson and Lee, profitability impacts dividend policies and better dividend strategies for profitable firms. And Brown and Taylor, Sector-specific profitability affects financing, tailored financing strategies per sector, like Williams, post-Brexit profitability challenge for the UK firms and need for adaptive strategies for post-Brexit. And Shen, global trends in profitability and financing, competitive analysis to UK and US markets. These are some of key factor literature findings and their implications on the research developments. How does the research questions and the hypothesis, like how does the profitability affect in financing decisions for LSE listed companies, and what are the key profitability indicators influencing these decisions, like examining the influences of profitability on debt versus equity financing choices, investigating how profitability impacts dividend policies and investment reinvestment strategies. What are the key profitability indicators like influencing these decisions are identifying the critical metrics such as net profit margin, return on assets, and return on equity, analyzing the impact of these indicators of financing decisions, like hypothesis 1 and 2 are listed, like low profitability leads to higher rates of takeovers by foreign countries. Companies with a lower profitability metrics are more attractive targets for acquisition for and under revolution. And hypothesis LSE listed companies with higher profitability metrics are less likely to recalculate, and profitable companies have better access to financing, are less incentivized to seek citizens for abroad. Here, some methodology, like there are two types of methodology, qualitative and quantitative. Descriptions of qualitative and quantitative methods, like qualitative methods reprise like in-depth interviews with financial analysts and company executives and case studies of specific LSE listed companies, and quantitative method like statistical analysis of financial data from LSE listed companies, economic modeling to identify relationship between profitability and financing decisions. Justification for chosen methodologies has been combining qualitative and quantitative methods provides a comprehensive understanding of the impact of profitability on financing decisions, and qualitative insights, quantitative data offering a deeper context and explorations of observed trends, and sources of data like annual reports and balance sheet LSE listed as a company. And here is the flowchart for defined research questions and hypotheses. How could a flowchart like a life cycle, like define research questions and hypotheses, conduct literature review. After that, they select the research methodologies and the correction in data and analyzing the data and interpreting the results. And after that, they draw conclusions and developing a recommendation. These are the flowchart of the research process. And here are the positive and negative correlations analysis and interpretations, like statistical approach and correlation analysis and respective status. And key findings from the analysis are some of this analysis and interpretation. This is ROA and equity financing for positive correlation. And here the net profit margin and debt ratio for negative correlation. These are like analysis approaches, statistical tool and techniques used, regression analysis used to determine the relationship between profitability metrics, like example net profit margin, ROA and ROE, and use financing decisions, and correlation analysis and respective statistics are some of the examples for negative correlation. And here, importance of conclusion, importance of profitability in financing decisions. Profitability significantly influences a company of financing choices, impacting the access to capital, debt levels, and equity financing. High profitability metrics generally lead to more favorable financing options and a lower likelihood for takeover relocations. Key findings and their implications, impact on financing decisions and case study insights, and purport solution, and cost Brexit economic impact and competitive analysis are totally are the key financing and implications. These are some of the short review of London Stock Exchange, and thank you.